Good morning, everyone. So it is very early in the morning. It's like 6:30, I think, and I'm preparing Frieda's carrier, and we decided for this one because I think that one will be easier for the vet because they have to take her out a lot, and also I think it's easier to heat that one up because it's smaller. This night it has snowed for the first time this winter. Frieda is getting a little fleece. Our medication box, I think about 80% of that is from Frieda's last surgery and for this surgery. Put a little bit of hay in because I don't know when exactly they're going to do the surgery. So in case Frieda gets hungry, because it's very important that their stomach is full before they do a surgery. They shouldn't necessarily have lettuce or anything that could cause bloating before a surgery, because lettuce could cause bloating as well. It's not that likely if you always feed it, but you never know how they're going to react. We're going to get Frieda now. She seems pretty happy right now. She's probably not going to be too happy when I'm going to put her into that box. There's usually not enough time to say goodbye at the vet, so Frieda, goodbye. You're a strong one. I'm sure you're going to do well in surgery, and I'm sure you're going to wake up. And I'm going to see you in a few hours. Right? Right? Frieda. Do you have the hot water bottle? Oh, yeah. It's next to me. Alright. Let's put that in. Frieda, that's to keep you warm because there's snow outside. So I have to call them in a few hours, then we have to talk to a vet and like ask them what exactly they had to do and what the root of the problem was, and I think the guinea pigs are just really confused that Frieda isn't here, so they've been kind of quarreling a lot this morning, and they just, yeah, all of them are just really weird in general. They haven't squeaked for food, they're just different today. They're just confused because they don't know where Frieda is. They know that one of them is missing. Right, Sylvester, we're going to pick up Frieda. Hey guys, so we just got home from the vets and we have Frieda with us. So the surgery was successful and she also woke up and everything. So I guess that was a success. Unfortunately, the x-ray didn't look good, but I think I'm going to explain that tomorrow. Right now, I'm just happy that Frieda is home and that's what we're focusing on. And hi, baby. And the other guinea pigs are still a little bit weirded out because Frieda smells a bit different. And of course they shaved her cheeks, so she also looks a little bit weird. The second we put her into the cage, she already accepted a pea flake and like wanted to eat a bit, so that's very good. And I bought her all of her favorite food, so I bought her dill, and we also bought her hay that's mixed with forage. And the hay, the reason why we bought the hay is because the hay is of low quality. There might be a weird reason to buy it, but we have really good high quality hay and it's really thick. And that's really awesome for their teeth, but not so awesome if you just had surgery in your mouth. So it might be a bit too hard for her. So I bought the very bad quality, but because of the forage, very yummy tasting hay that's extremely soft, which isn't perfect for her teeth, but it's going to, she just has to start eating hay. And there's the dill flying into the cage. And you can see Frieda already came out. Frieda's really hungry. You can see Frieda eating, so it's not like she's in pain or anything. It just looks really bad. What's up, Wilmy? There's the little Frieds eating. Hey guys! So it is now 2 days later. It's Friday. And I'm also going to edit that video today and upload it today. I didn't really explain what was happening yesterday because I kind of didn't feel up to it, to be honest. You can see Frieda is fine. She's begging for a pea flake. She's really happy. Right, Frieda? You want another pea flake? She's been eating non-stop since we picked her up. She's still getting painkillers, but the vet said give the painkillers, I think, for 3 days. It's Metacam that she's getting. but because it's a really strong painkiller, if you see that she's eating on her own and is fine, then try to reduce it a bit because it's a very strong painkiller. She got the full doses yesterday, but we're going to reduce it because squeaking a lot, she's talking to herself a lot, she's running around, she's really happy, and I think she's also really happy to be with her friends. I mentioned that in Frieda's last surgery vlog. The problem is that Frieda's teeth, or I think it's rather one tooth, is breaking through her jaw. It's growing into the wrong direction, it's growing downwards instead of upwards. It's slowly breaking her jaw bones, which obviously isn't good. And they did an x-ray again this time, and compared to the x-ray they did 3 months or 4 months ago, it looks way worse. So you can already see that the jawbone is kind of giving away to pressure because the tooth just keeps growing downwards. And essentially what the doctor said was that this abscess is going to heal fine. You can see Frieda's happy right now. She's going to continue to be happy. She's going to be pain-free in a few days. She's going to be happy and everything. But as soon as the jawbone gives away, she's going to develop the biggest, most horrible abscess, because at that point the tooth is just going through the jawbone. It's kind of growing out of the jaw, and at that point her body is going to start attacking the tooth. And when that happens, there's going to be the ugliest, worst abscess ever. And if this ugly, most awful abscess ever happens, they can't really do anything anymore. And I asked about the timeline, so when, in his opinion, that would happen, and he said he can't really say, and he also doesn't really want to give us a timeline because our hope is that the tooth is going to slow down a bit. It basically depends at which point the tooth is going to break through the jaw, and if it takes the tooth a long time to grow and takes it a long time to grow into the wrong direction, then Frieda will be fine for that time period, and if that happens rather quickly, then we're going to have to make that decision rather sooner than later. When he has a look at the x-rays and compares the x-ray from 4 months ago to the one that they did 2 days ago, the tooth is kind of growing fast. Essentially with that surgery we bought, in parentheses, we bought Frieda a few more months. Which is sad, which is why I didn't really feel up to talking about that yesterday or the day before yesterday. I just had to come to terms with that myself, because obviously that's really sad. We're just focusing on healing that abscess now. You can see we have quite a collection of Metacam now. We have for cats and for dogs. Yeah, we have a huge collection. We have stuff to clean her wound. Parsley, because Frieda loves parsley. So that's essentially what is happening. I can't really tell you when it's going to happen because we don't know. I hope her tooth might just slow down and she might have maybe another 8 months. And if I was very optimistic about the surgery in itself, because Frieda did so well last time, so bless you, Sylvester. So I was very optimistic about the surgery itself, but I kind of had a feeling that the x-ray would not be too good because the abscess just came back way too quickly. There's also another doctor, and she mentioned something, there being a tooth specialist somewhere near here. I think you can ask the vet clinic for the x-ray and ask them to forward it to the tooth specialist, and then ask the dental specialist to just quickly have a look at it and then call you back and tell you whether it even makes sense to show up there. That might be something that we would think about doing, just forwarding the x-ray pictures. Because to be honest, I also don't believe in putting Frieda through a lot of stress only to find out that the situation is hopeless anyway. Because the doctor said, the problem is if you pull one tooth, you have to pull the other tooth as well, obviously, because they keep growing, and if you pull one, you need to pull the other one as well, because otherwise their teeth can't wear down and then it just continues to grow. So you would have to do that, but then you have a gap in their jaw, which means that bacteria can get in, which means that abscesses are going to happen. So it's just a very complicated situation. And then also you can't pull a guinea pig's tooth like you can pull a human's tooth. So you can't just pull it upward. If you get your wisdom teeth removed, they just quickly pull it, because a guinea pig's jaw or their mouth it's just too small. There's no space to just pull it through their mouth, essentially. So you have to make a real surgery and like make a cut in their jaw. Super complicated. And then there's apparently also the problem that guinea pigs, when you pull a tooth, they often refuse to eat anymore. Even though they're fine and they could eat and they don't, and they aren't in any pain anymore, but apparently they often refuse to eat just because their mouth feels weird and it just feels different, and because it's so weird, they just stop eating. Apparently it's like really complicated to do that. Because the way our vet explained it, like there's nothing you can do. So that's, so you can see Frieda being so happy. Frieda, are you a happy pig? You're a happy pig, right? And they made a way bigger cut this time, so Frieda's cheek looks really awful, to be honest. And like, we have to clean it every day. But it's such a good sign, like Frieda we can already reduce the painkillers. Frieda is just such a fighter. But I just wanted to give you an update. I think I'm going to disable the likes and dislikes on that video. I don't think I want to see any downvotes on that video. I'm sorry this isn't a positive update, but that's the situation. Right, Sylvester? Right. Alright. I'll see you guys on Saturday, so tomorrow. Tomorrow there's going to be DIY gift ideas for guinea pigs. So see you guys then. Bye!